we saw QB struggle yesterday in their match, and
that's an understatement.
Yeah, and
considering of Counter-Strike I've seen in the last 6 months.
Yeah, also that. But considering the level of opponent in that match, they should get wiped out. Should be completely bleached in this match.
Well, we'll see. QB Fire might have something to say about that. And you can see here, you know, obviously got a win under their belt. It wasn't a great game you were talking about there, Yanko, but they were victorious against Flat.
Yeah, the win is what matters the most in the end, I guess, and you know they get rewarded for that win with a matchup against Faze Clan. So obviously similar to the storyline we were trying to present yesterday, the discrepancy in skill is just so high between these two teams that it's very difficult seeing a way in for QBF. Which is not, you know, winning both pistols and like resetting Faze all the time and something along those lines. But really Faze, especially after that loss yesterday, they're looking to bounce back, and I would expect, you know, them to be out for blood and have a very convincing win here, sort of making a statement that yesterday was just, you know, Dimension X or something weird happen, and they're still going to be the most dominant team at this tournament.
Yeah, and James, I think the worrying thing for QB Fire is, you know, when we've like watched Vegas Squadron, we've all sat there and gone, wow, you know, Mir's a world-class player, you know, JR's playing really well, belongs in this sort of company. We've even said that about players on a Vanguard, you know, so all of the teams here seem to have had one player that's had that like really big standout moment. I don't really think that's true of QB Fire. That nobody's leapt out immediately at me, and you know, stood out as a truly world-class player.
Yeah, and if that's an issue, then you can try and find a strength in strategy and tactics. In the matches we've seen of them, they've been very active and smart from what we've seen on the CT side. But when it comes to the T side, it's been an absolute mess. There's been a lot of problems, again, against considerably weaker opposition. So I think they have to win the match on their CT side essentially, and really leave it with as little to do as possible when they make it to the T side. Problem is, versus Faze, you're not going to get those opportunities.
And it's interesting you bring up the whole T side thing, because we've had the veto come in. It's going to be Mirage. That's QB Fire's pick. But Faze kind of said, well, we'll start on the CT side then. We're going to put that T side to the test very early.
Yeah, true, and also for Faze, their T sides have been the problem, you know, so far in this tournament, and perhaps even, you know, towards the end of last year. So maybe that's them knowing that they play an underdog. QB Fire is probably going to struggle just against the sheer firepower from Faze, and that's them saying, okay, let's just see how many rounds will we need on that T side to close out the game, because Mirage is probably where Faze has the best T side out of all the maps in their pool.
What's your reaction to this, James?
I don't really think there's any good map, but you know, for QB to play against Faze. I think Mirage is open enough where the skill of the individuals on Faze is going to be a compounded issue for QB, so it doesn't bode well for them. Obviously, it's a nice open map for Gaiden as well to impose his will on people. So it doesn't look good to me. So for you, in terms of predictions, tranquilize. QB are going to get peeled like a scab on a child's knee, Richard.
You're full of it today, mate. I don't know what was in your coffee. Yanko, what do you think?
Yeah, I think this is going to be a very convincing win for Faze Clan.
Very convincing win. So thanks for your thoughts, gentlemen. It is now time to go over to the Boost Mobile caster desk, where we've got Henry G and Sadakist.
Thank you, Richard. Yeah, I think this is going to be a tough one for QB Fire. Let's just get ready to that, because Faze yesterday, despite being slow start yesterday, they're putting the CT side of the test, rather the QBF's T side of the test right away. I can't picture that happening twice.
Sometimes it's good to get a loss under your belt, realize everything's not perfect, got some work to do, like all of a sudden his interview, they've gone back now, looked at the things that are wrong, and it's better it happens in this phase of the tournament. You see what I did there?
Yeah.
And then it's happening into the playoffs, you know. So this is a good chance for them just to kind of recoup, work out what the problems were. And now this sort of opposition, they should be able to get their confidence back, get a big scoreline going. I'm predicting like a 16-5, something like that. They should come out swinging, hopefully.
Yeah, well, I think that's the point. They were so slow to start yesterday that against Vega, the aggression was part of it. The map control that they were getting was part of it. But it was also that Faze was really lackluster in winning duels. A couple missed shots that normally you wouldn't see from them that really cost them in getting, I think, 2 or 3 rounds that would have entirely changed the complexion of the game based on economy. Sure. So today I expect them to come out all guns blazing. Again, starting CT side, they want to get that done. They want to get that over with. We know Mirage is very good map specifically for, well, Guardian is one, but Nico on the T side. So they've still got that to rely on.
Yeah. It's going to be brutal for them. I don't see anyone on the QB Fire team able to contain him. Everyone knows what Nico does, but his just timing is impeccable. The AK-47 in his hand, coming out with just amazing skill, and yeah, I don't think you'll be able to do much about it, but you never know. Faze have looked weak in the last month or so, and maybe they can have a few more twists and turns here, but they're one of the, obviously, favourites of the entire tournament, let alone this qualifier process.
Absolutely. And this was the catalyst last time that their lack of success in Krakow led to the changes, bringing in 2 of the best players in the world. Speaking of best players in the world, there's 4 left to be named on HLTVs.
That's
and I
right.
would presume that Rain and Nico are both in those 4. The other 2 I would suspect would be Cold and Fur. So SK's got 2 of the best 4, and FaZe has 2 of the best 4.
Well, let's see what they can do on this server. Right here, right now, ladies and gentlemen, this is the first game of the day. Both teams are at 1-1. We'll see what the T-Pistol brings for QB Fire. They've got Molotovs, smokes, and aggressive play towards the apartments. That's going to be Nico. Ready to strike first as Olaf pushes towards middle. And it's a full commitment towards the A-bomb side now from QB Fire.
Great play from Olaf to jump out, make the jump toward the fence from window. It gave them all the information they needed middle, which gives them fast rotations, but not fast kills. Waterfalls gets Guardian. Olaf gets 1 in return. But Boomich sets the difference at 1. Kerrigan to clutch it back. Bomb still not quite planted. For QB, very early round, very fast round. Minute 19 still on the clock, and Boomich takes down Kerrigan. I do like that the time at the end of the round stays there, so you can see how close it was with the second left. It can be. Yeah,
well, there we go. A full A-side commitment there. Nico getting aggressive in the apartments, and that actually finds his demise. We have 3 players coming out the A ramp there for QB5. They had the smoke towards City Sport, the Molotov deployed. Carragher left in a 3 versus 1. He is very good in the clutch situations, especially in the big tournaments, but unable to find a single kill there. There will be a forced buy from FaZe Clan here with the Deagles, the CZs, and watch out for FaZe here. They are very deadly indeed with these upgraded pistols, especially the Desert Eagle on Mirage. Watch out for Nico. In this particular round, QB5 got their work cut out for them. They've brought 2 rifles to the party, 3 SMGs, a full array of utility here. I expect a full execution towards the A-bomb site. You can see them positioning themselves and getting ready to drop the smokes, the flashbangs, the Molotovs, as Rain goes exploring towards the apartments. He does not spot the T's in there as of yet. First few bullets exchanged, no damage dealt though.
Rain will fall off of the apartments. Head toward A main. Good shot to Boomich. That's going to pull Nico out from underneath, but he's already spotted. Waterfalls might be blind, but he's got the shot. Rain's done very well. When he goes down, gives him an AK, but that's when he actually comes up lesser than with the CZ75. And is going to walk into the site to not only take out him, but Kerrigan as well. It's onto the flank. Olaf to do it. Read very well by Zemka. And it's immediately Guardian.
Well, there we go, man. Rain definitely gave it his best shot. 2 kills there towards the A-ramp, upgrades to the AK-47, but he leaves Guardian in a pretty much impossible situation. He rotates round towards CD Spawn. Remember, he is the AWPer. He has no armor here. He is not fully invested in this round like his comrades there. And Waterfalls will pick up the final kill. There it is. QB Fire, great start here. Remember, this is a best-of-1 environment. Winning the pistol, converting the 3-0 is a massive storyline for the underdogs in this particular matchup. Rain, AK-47, he finds that kill just there. It's a different story. They probably win the round. Not meant to be, though. Picking up 2 crucial kills there towards CT Spawn. Quantum B do manage to step up, and we have a full eco now for the international squad. Like you said, the second best team in the world right now, struggling so far in the tournament. Nothing really purchased whatsoever. Default pistols across the board. They go for a full B stack here, and maybe, just maybe, that's where QB will be heading towards. Boosting up in the bomb, so you can see Nico's position here. That's a nice little spot. Usually when you have a rifle, you can do some damage. Obviously, you can't really get headshots there, but you can spray the feet. USB is not going to do too much apart from get early information if they do fully commit towards the B-bomb site.
Quick, now we've out inside of the apartments with the bomb as well, and the push down catwalk. It's interesting enough because it'll give them information in the middle that no one's there, but it also exposes the B site. However, they're close enough by that they can turn around, get shot Kerrigan, and take down Valina. They now make contact with Quick, Canadian player. Pretty much everyone with the MAC-10 gets only 1, which gets 2. Waterfalls closes the round 3-0. Now we get into the gun round for FaZe, and again, they chose to start on the CT side.
Indeed.
So they better act quickly.
You pointed it out, Guardian. Extremely deadly on this particular map, but remember, this is QB5's bonus round. We say bonus round when the team gets a 3-0 start and they have residual lesser weaponry. In this case, Waterfalls with the UMP. I assume there's maybe a MAC-10 or 2 thrown into the mix. We'll see what happens here. There will be indeed the MAC-10 in the hands of Leader. We'll see whether he can step up here as they go for a fast A contact play. The smoke comes through. That might slow them down slightly here. Guardian rattling off shots towards middle. And here comes the final play towards A.
Just want to point out, don't be misled by Quick showing us just holding a Zeus. He had an AK, but Nico's going to take him down either way. Reigns followed that up by getting 2, Jimka the second of which. Again, swing wide. Boomich, oh, he's running out of ammo. He's going to actually win the duel. He does it with flames, not even bullets, and then bullets will pay off as Olaf gets a little bit over-aggressive and eager, I think, to get the kill. No need to jump across midair as such, but Kerrigan at least gets waterfalls to bring it down to a 2 versus 1 in favor of Faze. It's still going to be costly for Faze. Remember, as you said, the bonus round for QBF, so they've saved some money.
So the bomb goes down here. That's excellent news for QB Fire. If he gets one more kill, that would be shocking, but Kerrigan will find the killing blow there. 3-1, not the cleanest of rounds for Faze, but he do manage to save the AWP, upgrade to an AK-47. Rain not really challenged too much here. As you can see, he's a very skilled player. You've got to deploy more utility than that to knock him out of position as he picks up 2 kills there and finds the first round for Faze. But this is where the game really begins now, the first proper gun round. No bonus situation here. AKs and an AWP for QB Fire. UMP for Nico. Guardian there. We'll see whether he wants to change his position up or just hold towards that window. It is very common for Orpus to start there until they get smoked out, until they feel uncomfortable, then rotate towards jungle. It'll be bomb side. We'll see whether QB Fire bring another strategy straight away as Waterfalls does get ready to try and find the first AWP shot. Guardian, that was brave. I thought Waterfalls had that all day long. Can't pull the trigger, and it's an early 5-on-4. Like I said, Guardian will be moving around this map, changing his position up almost every single round. This time towards the B apartments, finds the opening pick, and now he can rotate back towards middle if he sees fit.
Guardian to wait again. Easy catwalk, smoke down. Quick will try and take over top middle. Back to grab bomb. On the back of that, they'll rotate toward A, where Alina found 1 kill on Rain, but Nico was very quick to get back inside of it. Made some constant pressure being applied for Faze early on in the A site. Nico's well enough to read as well that Boomich walks out from Palace and he'll go down. So the 2 that have rotated over, the last 2 remaining, and it's still going to be toward the A site they go. Nico's still waiting for them as well. No one else directly in the site because they're thinking that they may have coaxed them back in toward B. But there is a rotation available for Olaf should Nico go down. Push through. Oh, he did the damage. I thought he would have heard the Molotov do a quick tick of damage onto Quick, but caught out in the end. Jimka's now got an opportunity to try and hold off Olaf, Smoke, and Molotov to do so. It could be a bomb plant. Beneficial to the money. Oh, is it going to be? That's so close. It still manages 1 bullet away, 9 HP. And they pull it to a 2 versus 2. Quick's done very well to get positioning on this.
This is looking good for QB Fire now. They know exactly where Kerrigan is. Guardian rotating him through CT spawn. Sure, Olaf did damage, but ultimately he gave them a real chance here. Guardian does hit a nice shot, and now the long con from Jimka. He has to go all the way towards middle. Remember, there's going to be a defuse coming in, and they're not doing it just yet. They're not even touching the bomb, Matthew.
They know.
They've given him time, but now they're going for the full defuse, and it looks like it will be a Faze victory!
He hit the diffuser, but I think there's still time. There's a kit there. Oh, that's gonna be close.
No, he's got that. That's okay.
It's the perfect shot. You want to hit the diffuser in that situation. He managed to do it. That's as close as ever. Faze was a little bit, I guess, quick to anticipate that the kills on A would lead them to B. The delayed hit on A actually worked out in the fact that Nico was the only one in the site and they had utility to isolate Olaf.
Good news is, though, QB Fire, sure, they don't win the round, but they keep Faze very modest in terms of their financial situation. It's definitely going to suggest a force buy coming through from QB Fire. They'll have a whip around, see what's available. There's going to be UMPs, a couple of AKs, a Galil here, but they know if they can somehow squeeze up this round, it will spiral Faze into a double eco play. The execution coming in, I actually like this. It seems like the set pieces are the best way to wreck Faze. The defaults, you're never going to out-aim them. You need to drop a lot of smokes, the Molotovs, the flashbangs, everything you possibly can. Good flashbang coming in, but Kerrigan predicts it. Spraying wildly through the smoke now, wants a little bit more, finds 2 kills. That should be the round complete as Nico backs him up. They run through the flames, but it's all done. It will be Waterfalls now, the last remaining player. They went for the set piece, but Kerrigan ready and waiting. Finds absolutely everything there. Sprays 3 down. Back up from Nico, and now Waterfalls loses the bomb. Only got that UMP. And he'll just try and find any sort of rotating players at this point and see if he can cause a bit of a nuisance.
Back toward Palace for Waterfalls. And this time the money runs dry. 3 rounds, but no bomb plant. Caught out immediately. Good kill from Rain. Efficiency from Faze. All 3 gun rounds. Or at least rounds since the guns have come out have gone their way. Kerrigan does well in the smoke. It's such a linear perspective, especially when he's not being challenged. And the Molotov as well, due to the smoke, missed the intended area. Through the was given the freedom of staying on the platform.
Well, much better that for FaZe. They win 3 rounds in a row. Almost certainly going to be an eco now for QB Fire. Jimko does purchase up a P250 body armor. Spends a little bit more money than his teammates. Body armor costs 650. P250 is 300 bucks. Really much he can get done here though. I'll be very surprised indeed. All of my season has opportunity to build his confidence, getting aggressive with that AK-47. Down waterfalls. It should be quite a simple round for FaZe at this point. Nice shot from Nico, gets the double, and now Jimko, the final remaining player towards that underpass. And there it is. FaZe will take the lead after going down 3-0. I do think they are the heavy favourites going into this one. It would take a massive amount of errors from FaZe and a horrible financial situation for them to lose it. But I think now this feels like this is going to be going in its logical direction.
Yeah, it certainly seems like FaZe are definitely here to play. That would put them 2-1. Play again tomorrow. They don't get to be in a position of luxury to be one of the 2 teams advancing today in the 3-0 position. Remember, 2 teams go home today as well, so an important day.
Yes.
For many. And Envious is on the chopping block. A lot of people talking about that. That comes up next. So either Flash or Envy goes home in our next match.
Surely Envy don't go home now. But if they've
got a feeling,
if they play well like they did yesterday, like it's going to happen. They really need to pull their socks up today. That was not good enough. Like we said, such prestigious players, highly decorated, major champions in their lineup, and dropping like they did yesterday. It was hard to watch, but we'll see what that game brings next. We go into the next gun round here. There will be an AWP available for Waterfalls. I haven't really seen that have too much impact as of yet. Guardian, of course, with his, and there's a bit of aggression here towards Short from what we can see. You can see the CTs getting ready to potentially boost above that smoke. Olof sits in towards CPL right now. Sitting in CPL means you can look through the vent towards just that position right there. You can see any players coming out the underpass, trying to boost up and shut them down. As we can see a full default coming in from QB Fire here. Nico ready to drop a nade into underpass if required. Try and put a bit of damage as he wants to jump like this, spot a pixel, and it's such a tight choke point there. If he spots one, he can get a really decent deep nade in there, cause a lot of damage. Rotating back towards either B or middle. No one towards A whatsoever, so I doubt they'll end up at that bomb site here as they go for some mid control. Flashbang's coming through, and it's a chance to try and get a pick towards window.
Get a Molotov in toward connector. Smoke down still gives Waterfalls an opportunity to try and get a shot down the wall for anyone getting aggressive on Catwalk, but no one seems to do so thus far. One through connector as well after pushing through the smoke, confident that no one would be in window to respond. They get the smoke out late. There wasn't. Cost him. That will cost them though. Pushes through the smoke. Nico's waiting inside a connector and then through the smoke. Again, he finds Jim Cup. Felina sitting above it. No one to protect him, and down go 3. Very good from Nico.
Very calm, calculated shots there. He looks incredibly sharp today. 4 for Nico. They'll get 1 back. He's looking for the ace right now, but it's not going to be happening. Shut down there. He'll still win the round, but trying to cause more financial damage here. Should be out of the round. There it is. 5 rounds in a row now for FaZe. Good job there by Nico. Excellent stuff. This is looking much better than what we saw yesterday.
Super solid.
No doubt.
Absolutely. No, absolutely not. Felina had nothing he could do at that point. He lost 2 players that were supposed to cover off that position. He was a sitting duck watching window. Got the ace.
That's the thing. When Nico gets the AK-47 in his hands on the CT side, you're in a lot of trouble there. For anyone who's not aware, you cannot buy that weapon on the CT side. You'll see a lot of CTs try and get that as soon as possible. It has one-tap potential, as you just saw, and players like Nico can cause a lot of damage with that. Guardian, you'd expect him to hit that shot. It doesn't quite connect. Not a huge deal, though. A couple of big misses there from Guardian. Throws in the grenade. He'll have one more bite of the cherry there, and he does take down Felina, so good job by him. 5 on 4 now after a couple of interesting misses.
Had that been anything other than pistols,
yeah.
Although you could say they might not have been rushing mid in the same fashion, that would have done a lot of damage to Guardian. He got dinked up through the edge of the wall. It only put him at 82. As takes down Nico. He continues to find consistent frags, but that's not quite enough. Pumic sits on 9. They haven't won since the 3 rounds, including the pistol.
Gotta be careful.
Well, yeah, they've definitely done damage here and getting it down to just 3 players remaining. Guardian low as well, but he's got all 3 kills thus far, making 4. Nico in the last round. Kerrigan goes down though as well.
Why does he have to hunt for that frag there? It doesn't make any sense to me. Obviously thinking I can shut down the round right here, right now, but every kill in CSGO, especially best of one CT side, they all rack up and could come back to haunt you. That's $5,000 pretty much thrown away there. As him quite out, not going to win the round, I can pretty much guarantee that. Taking some absolute heroics at this point, but the bomb is down towards the A bomb site. He makes the educated decision to head towards CD spawn, but as you can see, Rain ready and waiting, takes him down. 6 rounds in a row now for Faze, looking very good indeed. Guardian, like we said, a couple of misses there, but starts the nail shot to the AWP at this point. Gets 3 in total, nothing too flashy at all. I'm afraid pretty standard stuff for most AWPers, but they all count. Carrigan didn't have to jump out the window there, like we said, that could come back and haunt them if they lose a couple of rounds in a row. But job done, they win the round. And we go into number 10 here. Money available once again. The AWP on the T side, not really done much at all. There we go, any change of pace here for QB5. They've been running defaults and slow set pieces so far.
Goes back out, smokes everywhere. This time different angle playing it. From inside of connector. Jump to boxes, he could potentially spot, but they're going to run back toward T-spawn. Bomb was waiting, so aggression but not commitment, and it'll be a 5-man A hit. Everyone equipped with a smoke, with the exception of Boomich, but 4 is enough to take over the A site. Arguably 3 is enough. Jungle, top stairs, CT. Catch where each pit player was positioned. They could have thrown in the 4th as mid-site, but actually Jimka's going to keep it for afterward in the post-plant position so they can try and isolate rotations. Boomich wants to walk out from Palace. He's got to go quickly. Does. Take down Rain. It's elevated. Fox is trying to spot toward A main. No counter smoke. There was a Molotov down, so a little bit of damage done to the terrorists as they walk in. But still trying to get in position. This is where, once the bomb gets planted, and it's being planted, well, should be being planted shortly, always short side, good flash. Olaf would have had Waterfalls down easily if that flash timing was even off slightly. Because he was completely exposed towards CT with no further smoke. I thought the 4th one might have been deployed at that point in time, but was not. Jimka went down without throwing it, so there's one on the deck available to them if they can get that far. If they can get that far, because it's still 4 men remaining for Faze, as Olaf takes down quick. Kerrigan's got position to watch Palace. 2 ops and 1 M4 suddenly left though for the CT. And that's going to become a problem because Olaf's gone. It's just Guardian in a 1 versus 3. He'll take out Boomich. He knows roughly where Valina is, but Waterfall still becomes a problem with the 2nd AWP on the map right now toward A main. And Guardian missing that shot. Time to run away, I'm afraid.
Yeah, bomb's going to go off there. Lovely execution from QB5, I have to say. But you are absolutely right. That one flashbang saved the entire round. Guardian was ready to strike. There was no smoke towards CT spawn. They'd wasted so much time off their execution trying to find frags. The thing that Faze did very well there, they didn't play their game. They didn't actually sit in front of the smokes. They didn't try and battle once execution came in. They realized there's too many Molotovs here. The smokes are on point. Let's hold up and make them plant. They wasted so much time checking every single area of the bomb site, hoping that someone would be there. They could find an opening frag. It took a long time to plant. The smokes dissipate. Olaf Meister ready to shut down that bomb, but the flashbang comes in and QB5 run away with the round. Nice work. 6-4 now. First gun round in favor of QB5. Guardian goes towards the connector once again, drops the smoke to extinguish the Molotov coming through and give him a little bit of a one-way potential there. A bit more aggression from the CT side towards that A ramp, and Quick might feel the brunt of it right now. Down he goes, Raymond's first frag, but Belina does fight back somewhat. Equalizes the situation, and we always do say 4 and 4s heavily favor the T side. It spreads the defense very thin. We'll see whether Rain wants to push through the smoke. He could get flashed in if he really wants to. That would be a very brave move, I have to say. But as you can see on the minimap right now, it's going to be another slow round from QB5 here. No execution coming in just yet as the bomb makes its way potentially towards the B apartments. That's on the back of Gymcore right now. Just Carrigan alone in the B bomb site, but Olaf Meister can rotate quite quickly from short.
So a bit more presence at B than we've seen from QBF. Late smoke toward Catwalk, but no one even going to try and contest middle. What it will do is give Olaf the idea that they might be, and in doing so, keep him from rotating over to B sooner, leaving Kerrigan on his own. Last time Kerrigan was here, he had an M4, and he managed to go down 3. This time, straight shot with the AWP, will fall off of it. This will bring Olaf over, and he's got position as well at the window. Down goes Boomich already.
You can see how aggressive Carrigan is at the very start. That lovely use of the incendiary. I really like that. Stifles the terrorists. They have to panic and pull their smokes out, try and extinguish that. Carrigan is toying with them there. He's having a lot of fun. Used to be one of the main AWPers in previous lineups, and this time towards that B-bomb site, finds 3 kills in total. Like, it's great for the team, but he didn't have to break a sweat there. Just very intelligent play. Find 1 kill, drop the incendiary, slow them down, discombobulate them, as that's going to be quite the harsh reset. No bomb going down there for QB Fire. As you can see, the stats coming through. Big names at the top will be Rain and Nico. Joined by Carrigan as well, just to note, 10 kills for him. On the other side of the server, we do indeed have Boomluck with 10, and Quick right down at the bottom, 3 and 10. We'll see what this round brings. There will be a tactical timeout now for Quantum Bellator Fire. What a name that is, Matthew. Do you know what it means?
No idea, but
Dan
it's quite beautiful.
DDK Capadia did tell me Bellator means warrior in Latin.
Well, there you go.
So, if that's anything to go by.
Quantum Bellator Fire. So they're like warriors of fire. What did they go with Ignay? That sounds cooler than fire. Quantum Bellator Ignay. But then no one would know, and they want the fire in there, I suppose.
Straight fire. Well, it is going to be the Force Buy. I was predicting an eco here, but they've gone for 2 AK-47s. 4 flashbangs, that's pretty much it. Fast towards A, see if those AKs can do any work here. They'll have Rain and Nico waiting on the other side, and that's not good news for anyone, I'm afraid. Nico, especially with the AK-47, they made their commitment, making a ton of noise, and Rain hits the first shot, but that's interesting. QB Fire do manage to strike back, but maybe it is short-lived. 3 on 2 now. If they get the bomb down, that'll be enough, but can they even do that? That is the question.
Shuts down waterfall. Just goes back out to find Boomich as well. So 1 gun round thus far to QBF. It was good execution, to be fair, but FaZe certainly having their way with this half in doing so as well. Back to pistols for QBF.
Yeah, as you can see, the lack of utility really not going well for QB Fire in this particular round. They went for the fast play, and sure, they traded some frags, but Guardian playing window at the very start of the round. He can just rotate towards jungle, find a couple of easy AWP frags, and the good news is he denies the bomb going down. Indeed, it is pretty much a full eco here for QB Fire. They'll have Glocks, P250s, no armor, no nades. Quick might be able to try to bait out a shot here with a shoulder peek. He knows Guardian's waiting for him, but so is Nico. He pushes towards the middle, baits them out as the Molotovs come through as well. This is great teamwork coming in from Faze. You can see they've got every angle covered. Anything the terrorists are trying at this point is being shut down. This should be the clean sweep. As Rain goes down to 40, finds a nice little one-tap there. Plucks off the head of Melina that, and then Guardian finish things off. Clean sweep, 9-4. Remember, QB5 did win the pistol, got the 3-0 conversion. Since then, they've won a single round. And that's not going to be good enough in this particular environment. I think they have to be winning this half to have any sort of chance to close out the game.
And I mean, to be fair, their CT side has been better. So, yeah, win would, I think, be based on who they're playing against, based on the fact that it's FaZe, be fair. But I know that there's been issues with FaZe in this event. Yesterday certainly wasn't amazing.
It's a sobering moment for them, I think. They even said before going into the game, I think they maybe outplayed themselves. I think they always wreck us in the PCWs, guys.
That's true. You get nervous about it.
Yeah, and then you're overthinking things and trying to change a gameplay. Like, I think they played themselves with anything. But either way, we have AKs once again. It's fast play towards A. Very similar approach. Contact exploding towards the A bomb, so they can't find the frags once again. FaZe is denying absolutely everything right now.
2 smokes not yet thrown. So they've got availability to cut off CT. Massive gap at the one toward the jungle and nothing on the stairs. So Kerrigan with the AWP can get position on them. He's going to do significant damage. In fact, getting down quick. We'll get Boomich. Bomb gets planted. He's got the only kill so far for QBF. They may find one more on Kerrigan. He's got doing it, but he's stuck in the open. And Shimka's cutting behind them. Olaf had no idea he was pushing through the smoke. He actually gives himself a chance in the round. A 1 versus 2.
Here we go. Lovely shots from Jinhua. It's the positioning of his initial play that finds him those frags with a smoke towards the bomb and indeed the A ramp. This is a bit of a nightmare. He's just got to flash through, hope for the best here, and the flashbang is successful. We'll have to find that instant kill. Now the blockout map, his days are numbered, and the defuse will come in. I'm liking this from FaZe. It is going to be quite a tight defuse there, just to know. It's still a victory, of course, but if he gets 1 kill out of that, maybe he wins the round. I like what FaZe are doing. They're not actually playing the game that QB5 want them to at all. They're going in for the fast plays towards the A-bomb side. They're looking for frags. They waste so much time looking for them, and no one's there. And the rotations come through. Guardian just ravishes them with the AWP. Good play by Jimquat, as you just saw, but overall, still another round for FaZe, and another force buy, of course. It's round number 15 for QB Fire. They'll have to go in with what they can. It's not too bad. They'll have AKs and armor at least, and 3 smokes to work with here. But not looking too good. The double orb setup has been quite formidable, I have to say.
Oh, it's going to wait. Kerrigan's already pushing. Last round they went for the aggressive AKs with, or rather M4s I should say, rifles nonetheless. With Guardian to watch the underpass with the op. This time it's going to catch them off as Kerrigan goes all the way out on his own. Find from Waterfalls. Quick therefore takes underpass, and it'll be the first time we see QBF execute full mid control. It's not going to work out either. Nico from Connector's able to take down Quick, no response from the 2 players that were top mid toward the boxes. Guardian spotted them. Easy act. Flash to give him position. Can hear a second shot of an AK down below, but doesn't want to overcommit to peeking top and then get caught off by an angle that he doesn't expect. Namely from where Jimka was playing down below. Loft's been tagged to 17 in the opening exchange as well, which weakens up the B defense ever so slightly. Single shot wouldn't do. Or, sorry, excuse me, would do, whether it was a headshot or a body shot.
35 seconds remaining now. Last play will be made towards the B bomb site. As you can see, Jimquat holding middle for rotations, but not for long, I'm afraid. Nico takes him down. They have to walk into the Lion's Den. As Olaf Mai says, ready and waiting. So's Guardian. Doesn't seem to be missing any shots anymore as he finds a penultimate kill. It'll be Belina to go down any second now. He might find a couple of consolation frags. Just the one. 11-4 after winning the pistol. And like we said, it seems like FaZe have learned some lessons from yesterday. This is looking much better. To be fair, QB Fire, they've impressed me with their certain strategies. The executions they've got are very on point. But overall, FaZe look quite comfortable at this stage. No one's going absolutely nuts for QB Fire. It doesn't look like they'll be able to be carried to victory here. But I guess FaZe's T-sides have been a little bit difficult this tournament. Maybe if they lose this pistol, it could all spiral out of control. That is a big maybe. I'm trying to build some sort of storyline here. I might be reaching. And
just to emphasize the point we did make, Guardian CT side looking ridiculously good. 17-6. Nico with 14. T side is his specialty. So watch for him to continue to be a force.
Yes.
Or to be a force, I guess, because yesterday certainly wasn't what we normally expected of him.
Well, here we go. The second half begins. 3 sets of armor for FaZe. 2 smokes, a couple of flashbangs to work with as they actually head towards the B bomb side. Yeah, the bomb's going to be towards there. I guess Olaf will be heading towards the underpass and trying to see what he can do. Go for the A-split eventually, but the CT's getting aggressive here. They might actually be able to get a hot rotation. And as Quick makes his way through behind them, the smokes are deployed. And we'll see whether CTs can do anything with this. A must-win pistol. I can't stress that enough for the CT forces. They find the first kill. The flank is successful.
Olaf kind of pinched out right now. Stuck. Bailed out by Nico, however. And as a result of that, it gives Guardian the space to find Belina, but he's got the shot back. Olaf finally does go down. Stayed alive for a lot longer than potentially should have in that position. Bomb plant for Guardian. He has the sight. And he has the support of Kerrigan as well, who's made it to the CT stairs. However, he's now left alone. And Jimka, Quick, can apply pressure. No kits on either player. They're going to go aggressive and get the kill early enough that that won't matter.
Both pistols in the bag for QB Fire. Nice rotations, good push to start. Had to take a bit of a gamble there. It works out for them. 3 kills in total for Quick, as he manages to win the round. Lovely, lovely work. Can they convert to a 3-0 once again? They managed to do it in the first half. We say, though, when the bomb goes down in the T-pistol, it usually means the AK-47s come out in the 3rd round. They should be able to get the 2-0 almost guaranteed. Objective at this point for FaZe, just get that bomb down. If they can do that, that'd be amazing for them. They'll just get a little bit of investment here. P250s and a Desert Eagle. If they can find maybe 2-3 frags, bomb down, that would be great. If they don't, still not a big deal. They can get the AKs out into the next round.
Waterfalls attempting. Fast peek. Moss. Boomich gets them running directly toward him as a result. Waterfalls was tagged, but not a lot. 71 still to work with, but they've lost Boomich. Keep Kerrigan at bay. Already being optimistic and hoping for an angle toward the window boost. Catwalk gives them a chance to catch anyone working out early enough, excuse me, on the angle toward the connector, but it's Jimka instead that's going to shut them down, and this is pretty much going to be done deal. It's shutting down B. Bomb really has nowhere to go based on the positioning of QBF.
Yeah, no bomb planted today, I'm afraid. Guardian, P50 in hand, Nico's got that Desert Eagle. Might be able to get one kill there, spots the leg of Waterfalls. 50 seconds, and is hoping a CT makes a huge mistake at this point, walks into their crosshair. But if they're smart, QB Fire would have hold up on the bomb sites, continue to crossfires, and there we go, nice work. One of the final kills coming in, Guardian just runs out to his certain death. AKs into round number 19, watch out for those. That's where things become a little bit more difficult now for QB Fire. They'll be bringing in a couple of M4s, UMP, Famous, and indeed an MP9. That's in the hands of Belina. Is the head-to-head between Waterfalls and Guardian. The Guardian with 19 kills so far seems to be stepping up his game.
Certainly had a good CT half.
Indeed. Well, what's the play here? With the MP9s, yeah, I expect some aggression here, but Nico and Co actually heading towards B. This is the smoke towards the window, so he won't necessarily know that's happened, but does re-smoke it, okay, so absolutely fine. And now, aggressive play from the CTs towards the B bomb side. Boomsblood will be going down his shoulder. Nice smoke. Segregates him somewhat, but Carrigan strikes first.
Carrigan, good shots. Next in line, though, has bomb down. Good headshot. Oh, nearly followed up in the secondary angle as he backed away to get Guardian off guard. Quick's gone in aggressively. He's trying his best to hit, but unfortunately taking a lot of damage, and everyone else has gone down in B in the meantime. So Faze do pull it off. It was on the UMP that round rather than the AK, and you're right, couldn't necessarily take the pick in window, so that smoke missing could have been costly.
Yeah, he had the UMP because he bought Deagle and no, he bought a Deagle in the previous round, and his teammates just bought PT50, so that cost $700. It means he gets a few more grenades if he wants to operate like he did in middle. He had the Molotov, the smoke, flashbangs, and Carrigan opens things up. That smoke that was in towards the B halls there, that's thrown from by the window area in the CT B bomb site, and it means you can push a little bit more aggressive and get up close and personal with those lesser weapons.
I didn't see the one that was it the one from the garbage can? Top garbage can that goes in through the window? Yeah.
So you can throw that, and
a really easy smoke if anyone wants to learn it, by the way.
Well, here we go. This actually looks like a nice position from Quick. He's going to get a couple of Deagle kills in. There's a couple, I told you, Matt! As they start to rain in, it will be shut down. Was a little bit exciting there.
He almost had a third. I think he had a bit of hesitation as to which target to go for next, because there was two targets presented with just their heads, but that was quite good. A boost, a Deagle, pretty, but overall ineffective.
Yeah, in vain almost, as quite nice shots, but it was an eco. Definitely going to have money to buy next round. Faze homing in on the victory right now. 13-6 for those listening on the wireless. And we'll see whether QB Fire can keep their head above water here. They will have an okay buy. Boomblight down to the MP9. There's an AWP for Waterfalls, but lacking in a lot of facets here. Guardian, he's certainly not. He can get burnt in certain Molotovs there, but luckily for him, it doesn't quite reach that plant pot, and he will stay alive. Find the opening pick, but not for long. Waterfalls does answer back, taking on Olofmeister with a nice aggressive play from the connector. Oof, that's nice rain.
Position up close, Nico gets it back. Jim left in a 1 versus 3 in Faze, seeking the 14th round.
And the problem is they'll get it, and then there'll be no money really remaining for QB Fire whatsoever. So they'll have to buy, and unless Jimco goes absolutely wild here. The problem is the M4A1S only has 20 bullets in the clip. Now left to 11. You'd have to go for a reload, waste even more time, and the bomb down. And there it is, 14-6, and you can't allow it to get to match point at this stage. They've got $2,400 per player on the CT side. Here's Rain popping out the Palace, shooting like royalty, and managing to find all the kills.
Prince of the Princess.
I'd imagine he's a little princess.
Your favorite?
Yeah. Why not? But there we go. I think maybe a pause here just to pick their poison. Do we force buy here and probably lose the game, or do we go full eco and probably lose the game? Let's work that out. There's no good situation for them here. There's no smart choice. You just have to take a gamble with the pistols and maybe some SMGs, hope for the best. I would say that's very likely, considering that, like I said, he can't allow Faze to have match point this early on. The coach, his face says it all. I think he knows what's coming his way. Round number 21. That's going to have UMPs, MP9s, 5.7s, Deagles. Lots of utility for the CT forces, but I don't think that's going to help them out too much. Double orb set up on the T side. Olofmeister looking aggro towards the A ramp. to come through. Like I said, the utility will be deployed by the CT forces, but it's going to be an A execution from Faze. I like this call from Carrigan. It's smart, stay together, eradicate risk with the utility, and just trade out frags. Another smoke towards that A ramp. You can see Belina on the other side, man, with the MP9, close range, up, close, and personal. Trying to use the MP9 to its full effect here.
Contact play. Wow. Okay. Turns and finds Belina, and that brings back into the picture. So yeah, he's getting this over with quick. And Jimka left. That's all. Kerrigan will go down. He only had 10 HP and was getting run down by UMP. Landed, and Guardian's already spotted the flank. Quick gets Olaf. So Guardian's got to back away. He needs to get closer to the site. He's a little bit worried now, I'm afraid.
Yeah, they might as well save the AWP though. They haven't got a kit to work with there. Guardian, he knows he can even die and they'll still win the round, but he doesn't really want to give him an AWP. He doesn't have to. Mr. It's a flashbang, but they've already fallen back. So they'll save the AWP and the 5.7 some armor here. It will be match point. Like I said, that's not really going to be fantastic news for QB5. They now need to win 9 rounds in a row cleanly. No mistakes can be made. And then they'll get to overtime. I don't think that'll be happening. I don't think QB5 believe in it at this point. But they'll give it their best shot. Remember, they're not out of the tournament if they lose this game. It is a Swiss warm-up, which currently leaves both teams with 1 win and 1 loss after the shocking upset yesterday with FaZe Clan that dropped to Vega. Lose this, they'll be 1 and 2, and then they'll be on death's door. They can't lose another game after that. Lose 3 games, you're out of the tournament. Win 3 games, though.
And you're through to the next round.
Indeed.
The round of 16, where our legends join us and our new challengers start.
Oh, hello, Nico.
Very, very quick. He's isolated by those flames, by that incendiary. Capitalized. Boomich was preoccupied. He still does win out against Kerrigan. If he could swing around, he might have caught off Nico as well. Lane's gone down to just 25 HP. Remember, Waterfalls does have the AWP that was carried over.
The B-bomb side is open, Matt. As you can see, Guardian's made his way in already. There's no one on the site. He's controlling the rotations. Nico's causing chaos at A. It is a 3-on-3, but it feels like the bomb will be planted. Oh, to be fair, it's only Guardian there. This still could go a little bit wrong. And this could be the play that changes everything. They might actually check the underpass. Well, indeed, and that pretty much should be it now. Boomblack coming from the underpass, Waterfall towards short, and he's got the AWP. But, oh, okay, he probably gets Guardian here. There it is. And now there's a slight chance they can actually win this round. Maybe even more so now. 2 versus 1. Rain, one of the best players in the world. Can he close out the game right here, right now?
Rain. Sitting top box. Trying to do exactly that. Beach walks in, Rain takes the shot, 16-6, so you were right in your prediction, and I think no one should be surprised. FaZe had a personal vendetta after their performance yesterday to redeem themselves. It seems they have. So they'll go into 2-1, they'll play tomorrow. QBF's not quite done yet either. They're 1 and 2. Their backs are against the wall, but they'll still be in the event.
Good, clean result there from FaZe. I absolutely agree. That was quite a clinical show from them. QB5, though, they're not at the tournament, right? So it's absolutely fine. I don't think they expected to win against FaZe here today. They're certainly one of the weaker teams in the tournament. They've done well so far to get 1 win. Not out just yet, and they can continue to progress. And hopefully we'll see FaZe raise their form and continue to do that well in the tournament.
As expected, but up next, don't forget, we have a very important match. One of our 2 teams, Flash Gaming or Envious, will be heading home. It is our first elimination match of the event. We'll take a short break and join you in just a second.